in the White Bird Drop-In Dental Clinic. Thank you. I'm having a little trouble seeing this. Because I am a grandma. Okay. Okay, I'm starting all over again. I'm sitting in the White Bird Drop-In Dental Clinic somewhere outside of Eugene, Oregon. It's 1972, I'm 23, and this is the worst day of my life. First of all, even though I am a dropout, I don't want to be a drop-in. I want an appointment. I want my former dentist in New York, Dr. Fimmelman, and his office on West 79th Street, and where my parents paid the bill. But now, I have no money. No, not a cent, you know. How did this happen to me? Well, I fell in love. That's how. I gave up everything I had. My friends, my rent-controlled apartment, my identity as a trained actress to follow my stoner cowboy and go back to the land. To live organically and off the grid in our own little love nests. To give corporations and the military-industrial complex the finger. Up against the wall, motherfucker. You know, I'm just sorry, that just doesn't all happen to mine. Instead, we wound up on a commune. I never wanted to live communally. I liked privacy. I was easily distracted, and I couldn't relate to these people. I mean, I wasn't sure that I liked them, and I didn't think that they liked me, but I tried. I really did. I did my best, and but what I thought would be my hippie honeymoon turned out to have me cooking and cleaning and doing laundry for 15 other people. And now I'm back in the dental drop-in clinic, and I don't know how long I've been waiting there, because for hippies, time is no longer money, and it's just time. Then this half-naked man with these dirty blonde dreads enters, and he's shirtless, and he wears only these loose, baggy cargo shorts, and a smidgen of his scrotum leaks out of the side. Threatening to bring the whole kit and caboodle along with it. And this is Dr. Webb, my dentist. On the commune, I'd convinced Clint that we just had to leave. Clint was my boyfriend, lover, cowboy. And we had to find our own special place. And after months of looking, we did. We found 150 wilderness acres with ocean view. It was gorgeous. There were no roads. There was no electricity. There were no phones, just nature. But when we returned to the commune, without asking me, he asked everyone else to leave the rental farm they were living in and join us in the wilderness. They all said yes. All 15. How could you do this to me? I asked him. Now I have to live with them for I don't know how long. I mean, maybe for the rest of my life. Carol, he said, they want to throw in their lives with us and take the leap. They have love and faith in that. God, that man was such a hippie. But Carol, while we were gone, a postcard came for you. Maybe you should read it. And I did. It said, Carol, your cousin Freddie is dead. He jumped off the roof of the Columbia Library. Your Aunt Lillian says it was all your fault. And she's sorry that you missed the funeral. Love, Mom. Just before I left New York, my Aunt Lillian had begged me to take my cousin Freddie along with me to Oregon. He was self-medicating on drugs, and he was probably bipolar. And she really didn't know what to do, but I refused. I just couldn't take him along with me. I couldn't take care of myself, much less my crazy cousin. And he strip naked all the time and talk to the dead. And God, how could Freddie have done this to me, I asked myself. I wanted to hit him, and then I couldn't stop crying. Freddie was just 17, and I just felt so guilty. From nowhere, on that commune, 2 hands just settled on my shoulders, and they belonged to Moonlove, who was an always stoned waif. She was 9 months pregnant, too, and in her high, thin voice, she sang, "For every season,
for everything,
turn, 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 there is a reason, turn, 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 and a time, and a purpose under heaven." Oh, shut up, Moonlove. I hate that song, and my aunt's a total bitch. Carol, she said, her child is dead. There's nothing worse in the world. And I knew she was right. I knew it. But then someone just handed me this big ripe peach, and I loved to eat when I felt bad, and I bit into it, and I just hit the pit, and then I got this terrible pain, and it was my nerve, and I was just in pain and pain and pain and pain. And so back at the dental clinic, after that happened, in the doctor's office, there was just this great big mandala that covered the whole wall, and a big glass jellyfish of a bong that sat on a stereo. And while the Grateful Dead played Truckin', he sat me in his chair, and he looked into my mouth with his little mirror, and he said, "Your tooth has a deep fissure, but I think I can save it." Oh God, he sounded just like Red Butler. So I became Scarlett O'Hara. "Doctor, there's just one little itty-bitty thing before you start." "What's that, darling?" he asked, starting his drill. I'm without funds, practically, dare I say, indigent." Now, I was switching over to Blanche Dubois, trusting of dentists. "No worries, I'm open to trade," he said. And without a trace of lasciviousness, he asked me, "What have you got?" 2 quarters of fresh picked blackberries? Blackberries in Oregon were as plentiful as leaves on a tree. "Well, works for me." Wow. Doc Webb wanted nothing from me except what I was comfortable in giving. I felt this sudden urge to confide in him. I mean, much more than I'd ever felt I wanted to confide in Dr. Fimmelman or anybody else for that matter. Doc, if someone blamed you for something that wasn't your fault, but you felt guilty anyway, what would you do? "Nothing, darling. Now open wide." He lifted his bong, took a hard pull, handed it to me and said, "Here, suck on this. Then if it hurts, you won't give a shit." The doc's drill hummed. My mind just soared. There was a woman sitting in that dental chair, and I knew she was me, but my brain was just flying way up above her body. And how was this possible, I asked myself. How could I get this expert dental care for nothing? For nothing more than berries. Gaka, how can you possibly do this without getting any money? I was a digger. That's how. Did you know that I just said, "Doctor, how could you do this without getting any money?" Okay, he told me he was a digger. What? The diggers, babe. We blew money off, started out in the hate, giving away free food on the street. No packaged crap, but fresh from the farm. Without us, there wouldn't have been any Woodstock. Free food for 400,000. Wow, that's really amazing. He continued. We were on a trip without a ticket. Anybody could join, even dentists. It was about the death of money and the birth of free. Now, just open wide, please. Doc was on a roll that it must have been the THC. We were making a world without profit, yet everybody profited. So I shut down my straight practice and I said, what the hell, I'll do this for nothing and I'll just give away all my shit. And the dental chair that you're sitting in, well, that's my old XK Jag. Oh. When I dropped out, he continued, my blood family dropped me. My mother, my father, my ex-wife, my income was more important to them than I was. The good people that you're with, the ones who care in the present, that's your real family. Jesus, you got a ton of feelings. Darling, what goes around comes around, just like plaque. Oh, your blood family is nothing when they're not on your side. Now spit again. An epiphany. I was in the presence of a dentist philosopher king. And the ragtag communal bunch were my tribe. We were riding together on spaceship Earth toward a world where cooperation outdistanced competition. It was time to surrender to the present, just like Doc. I could be like him, sharing what I had toward a new life based on equality and compassion. Oh yes, karma was real as flesh and blood and sap and light and air, and I was changing mine. And months later, I knew that I'd made the right decision. I mean, there were bears where I was living and cougar in that wilderness, and everybody had to depend on each other for survival. And I wanted to go back to nature, but I had absolutely no idea what that reality was. We had to chop wood, we had to carry water, and without all those people, I would have died. And I was just grateful. I mean, I was really grateful that they had all come. And together on that mountaintop, we spent 5 mind-blowing, beautiful, hard years. It was the most thrilling time of my life, the highlight of my youth, and I'll never, ever forget it. To every season, turn, turn, turn. There is a reason, turn, turn, and a time and a purpose under heaven. And my tooth never bothered me again.